We are live. Good morning. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Good morning. Disney is on Monday through Friday, but we have spoken. Our Star Wars talk show comes on every Saturday morning, 9:15 our time, 10:15 Eastern time, other 15s, other places. She loves, and I love reviewing Star Wars, talking Star Wars with you, and just talking about things we love in the Star Wars universe. I thought today, because we've gone through all of the Mandalorian that we wanted to do, I thought today we would start at the beginning, Star Wars. And we're going to talk, I'm going to ask her questions about Star Wars, her favorite characters, and I'm going to read some crazy trivia from the original Star Wars and get your reaction and talk about it. Does that sound good to you?
Sounds fun.
Sounds fun to me. Michael's in the house. Michael Superbacker, good morning to you. I see you too, Fulton. How are you? Hope everybody's having a great day. Let's get right to it. What do you love about the original Star Wars the most? And then I'll answer, because I can tell you what it is for me.
I would say how it's like I really like it all. Like I like how Luke Skywalker freaked out when he found out Vader was his dad. I like how Leia went.
That was an Empire. That was the number 2.
Yeah, I like how Leia said, "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope." I like how they made each episode different and a little crazy in everyone. Yeah.
For me, what I like about Star Wars A New Hope, the first one. Good morning, Mar. Mar in Memphis says, greetings, Reagan and Jeff. Hello to you. For me, it's hope. And I don't know if I would have said this had I not heard George Lucas himself say this. But from 1977 Star Wars all the way through finding Grogu or giving Grogu Jeff's personal bully. I know who that is. She's being silly. Hey, Timothy, what's going on? I've never had a bully. I need a bully. I appreciate it. That cracks me up.
And when bullies you, I give them a piece of my mind.
I'm gonna need to somebody get a screenshot of that so it says Jeff's personal bully, because that's here. You know what? We're just gonna stop. I'm gonna take that picture because that cracks me up. Hold on, everybody. Everybody's got to stop. This is sorry, but that's hilarious. Smile pretty. I love it. Okay. So what I love about it the most is hope. So from Grogu being given to Luke at the end, the last thing we've seen, all the way from 1977's Star Wars A New Hope, what it is about, what George Lucas wanted the actors to get across, and from beginning to end, is simply this: share hope. I had to do it. Do you have 2, or did you change it back already? Because I'm already sad if you changed it back. But I love Lady Zafter too. Timothy Rainrudder's in the house. Martin Memphis in the house. Dean Follow the Happy in the house. I love the new name, by the way. Disney Trash Can, one of my favorite names too. All my favorite names are here. Is Zippity Doodad here? Because these are just my favorite names here. Anyway, what I love is it's about hope. It's about he says to Jon Favreau. He reminds Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. Actually, I think it's Dave Filoni telling Jon Favreau that George will say, but whatever. We've got to get across this idea of there's always hope. Obi-Wan, you're my only hope, and all of that. And I love that so much, and it does come across so well. My favorite character in these movies, Han Solo and Darth Vader. Han Solo on the good side, Darth Vader on the dark side. But as we talked about, was it last week, I guess? Yeah, I think he probably is too, Mar. I love these movies so much that if you ask me my favorite character in the Star Wars universe, it could change from day to day. My favorite scene in Star Wars could change from day to day. And I do want to get right to my favorite scene. And then I'm going to start asking you some questions and giving you some crazy trivia, because we're not going to have enough time to get through all the stuff we want to talk about in this show. My favorite scene by far in Star Wars A New Hope probably is my favorite scene in the entirety of the universe. And it's the cantina scene. The cantina scene when I was 7 and 8 and 9 was my dream. Now, I have not been to Oga's Cantina yet. I was at Galaxy's Edge opening day for Orlando, but it wasn't worth the wait, right? Some of my friends got there really early and they made the plan, and I didn't do that. And I was with some other friends and we were doing our thing. I have been back since, but I haven't been back and got into Oga's Cantina. We are going to Disneyland in less than 2 weeks, or Disney World, excuse me, in less than 2 weeks, but we're not likely going to Hollywood Studios.
Unfortunately.
So I think Oga's, and maybe your lightsaber. You really want to build a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Which is a new thing. Like, just What, over the past month you decided you want to build a lightsaber, right?
Well, I've been wanting to do it ever since Payne told me about it.
Oh.
It's just I didn't really know how to raise the money before now. But now I have a way to raise the money.
Oh, now she's got her eyes on the prize. She's got, you know, I can raise it a couple $100. I think it's like $200, isn't it? That's right.
Yeah, but I have a plan.
I like it. I love that. You know what? That's how you get everything in life, with a plan. But anyway,
Make a plan, execute the plan.
Exactly. I love you. I love the Millennium Falcon. I love the cantina, and then they built me Oga's Cantina. I can't wait to go in there October. If you're looking for me in October, I'm gonna be in Oga's Cantina and the Nomad Lounge. I'm pretty sure that's where I'm gonna hang out the whole time. But anyway, maybe the Abracadabra. I don't know. Oga's Cantina. I also love the trash can compactor scene a lot.
Put that thing away if you're gonna get us all killed.
What are some of your favorite scenes from Star Wars? A New Hope, the original. Hey, Fulton, what's going on? Did you hear about Star Wars going to be having some stamps? No, I've heard they've doing a lot of neat stuff for May the 4th be with you. That's fun, Fulton. I didn't know that. Very cool. Hey, Rob Greenwood in the house. Yeah, Oga's looks amazing. You have Lady Disaster, and my bully. Same person, two different people in the stream. Thank you. You're so sweet. I love it. All right, so I'm sorry. Favorite scene?
One of them is the trash compactor scene.
Yeah, I knew you liked that one. I do too. I lost. I was 7 when it came out. Okay, so you got to remember I was a little kid. The little slinky guy in the mud water.
Yeah, that's
creeped
disgusting.
Me out.
I agree. So, that is creepy.
I'm a San Diego boy. I grew up in San Diego, so I have been in the ocean many a time where something rolled up against my leg, and it's scary.
Something moved past my leg.
Because you don't know what it is. And then Luke. Anyway, all right. What else? Other scenes?
There's also the scene where Obi-Wan and Vader faced off.
Oh yeah. Well, that made me sad. These aren't the droids you're looking for. That was a big one for me.
Yeah,
right before the cantina. Yeah, right preceding the cantina. What about favorite characters? You want to get to favorite characters?
Sure.
Favorite Star Wars, not the whole universe. Star Wars: A New Hope character. For me, well, you want to go first? Or you want me to?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
Luke and Leia and Han. Those are
great ones.
Yeah.
Luke bugged me when I was a kid.
Why?
Whiny. I don't like whiny.
Yeah,
he was whiny. He's still whining. I like him a lot more now than I ever did. As a kid, it was mostly Han Solo as a good guy. Bad guy, obviously Darth Vader. Not a lot of secondary character. I mean, Obi-Wan. How am I skipping Obi-Wan? But I didn't love Obi-Wan as a kiddo as much as I do now. I think, people like to pick on the prequels, but that's where we fell in love with Obi-Wan Kenobi, in my opinion. Obi-Wan Kenobi was a cool character, but I don't know. He wasn't my thing. I think it's Darth and Han Solo. Let's be real. And then how do we ignore Chewbacca and R2-D2? And I do have some fun, interesting things. C-3PO always kind of bugged me. I loved him, but he would never been my favorite. I'm going to give you some fun facts that tell me if you knew about these. I think these are amazing. Now, these are easy to find. They're on IMDb, just trivia. So it's not like they're hard to find, but I find these amazing. Check this out. George Lucas was so sure that the movie would flop that instead of attending the premiere, he went on vacation to Hawaii with his good friend Steven Spielberg, where they came up with the idea for Raiders of the Lost Ark. Only in Hawaii did they find out that Star Wars became a hit. Mm-hmm. Check this one out. I'm going to give you two more. The skeleton, because I know you're going to like this one. The skeleton that C-3PO belongs to Tatooine. Let's do this again. The skeleton that C-3PO passes belongs to a Tatooine creature named the Greater Crete Dragon. That artificial skeleton was left in the Tunisia desert after filming and still lies there. During filming of Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, the site was visited by the crew once more, and the skeleton's still there. In The Mandalorian Chapter 9, as we know, the Marshal, locals on Tatooine joined the Sand People to fight off a Crete dragon.
That is cool.
One more thing. In early drafts of the script, R2-D2 could speak standard English, and he had a rather foul vocabulary. That means he cussed. Although all of the R2's English speech was removed, many of the C-3PO's reactions were left in. One more. When George Lucas was filming on location in Tunisia, that's in Africa, okay? The Libyan government, right above them, became worried about a massive military vehicle parked near the Libyan border. Consequently, the Tunisian government, receiving threats of military mobilization, politely asked Lucas to move the Jawa sandcrawler farther from the border. Isn't that cool? And there's millions more. We could do that all day. I could do a whole show of those and get your reaction. Which one?
The Jawa sandcrawler was a battle tank?
What else would it be? It looks like a bunch of, I don't know, Trojans are going to jump out of it to me. The R2-T2 one cracks me up.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. So
dude, what?
I know. I mean, you can see his face. Hey, Cricket, what's going on, Cricket Fox? I have Star Wars for my Disney Infinity. Disney Infinity was fun. Disney Infinity was cool. We run after school programs, Boys and Girls Clubs, Think Boys and Girls Clubs, and we had Disney Infinity at multiple of our locations. Remember that? And I would buy the pieces, for the kids, and they loved it, man. I remember being sad for the kids when we got rid of it. Did we get one? We have one here too. I think we had one at the house too. Regardless, we had all the pieces, man. At all the clubs. Remember all the clubs we have?
Yeah.
We had them all. The kids loved it. I was sad when that went away. Bolton says my favorite Star Wars scene is Luke. I am your father.
That is one of my favorites in Empire Strikes Back.
That's Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, that's number 2. All right. Yeah. So favorite bad guy. I think this is a pretty easy one for Star Wars. Favorite bad guy.
Vader. Obviously.
Yeah, Darth Vader, one of the great bad guys of all time. Favorite good guy?
Luke.
So I thought you would say Leia. I would go with Han Solo, but I thought you would say Leia. But Luke is a good one too. Favorite scene? Did you already say it? You already gave me this. Oh yeah, that's right. What would you change about Star Wars? I've got a few things, but one big one. I can go first if you'd rather. If you want to think about it. What would you change about Star Wars if you could?
Do you mean by change like a plot line? Or?
Yeah, well, whatever. You didn't like this, or that person looked funny, or you didn't like how this went, or whatever. Anything. You want me to go first while you think about it?
No, I have an idea.
Hit us.
So personally, I think if I had to say, I would change the little lie Obi-Wan told Luke in the beginning when he said Vader betrayed and murdered Vader, because I think maybe if he had told him the truth, maybe he would have freaked out. But I would like to see the way he would have reacted, because judging by how different he was in Empire Strikes Back and A New Hope, he could have reacted completely differently, and I would like to see that.
Yeah.
And also, it could have radically altered everything. Finding out his father was a Sith Lord could either drive him away from the Force or drive him to his father, or it could force him to go in multiple directions.
Very true. Very true. For me, it's the last scene. It's the awards scene where they're all standing there and they're getting the awards. I found it. I didn't like it. Leia's standing there and Chewie's standing there. By the way, why doesn't Chewie get one? I don't understand all that. But I don't know. I never liked that scene. It seemed extra and forced and not as good.
Well, it just blew up the Death Star, so.
I'm okay with them having an awards ceremony. I mean, like the awards ceremony at the end of, the Hobbit one, but not the Hobbit. Oh my gosh. Not the Hobbit. Lord of the Rings. The awards ceremony at the end of Lord of the Rings was kind of fun, and it was nice. And they even do a couple of scenes like that throughout the Star Wars universe. But the one where they're all just standing there and I don't know. I didn't like that scene at all. I also didn't love the very, very climactic scene where Luke drops the bombs, and part of it is the technology of 1977, but it was so awesome, and then it was so, I don't know, I didn't like that very much. But obviously George didn't either. Let the Wookiee win. Exactly. That's a great scene too, Dean, when they're playing Star Wars chess, whatever they called it. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Let the Wookiee win.
That was pretty good stuff. I like that one a lot. I think the scenes in the Millennium Falcon were part of it that really got me involved, though. Like I've said this before, when I got to see the Millennium Falcon at Galaxy's Edge for the first time, and when I got to actually go in it and fly it.
Me and Pay were the ones flying it.
Oh, I went on it. I've never flown it at all, though. I've always been in the back 2 seats. That's okay. I don't care. I'm with somebody I like and they do it. But I don't need to be the driver to enjoy it. Like I got to be honest with you. I'm watching the show. I'm still that. I'm a 7-year-old. When I'm in there, I don't know. I've done it a couple times now, and I'm back as a 7-year-old, just amazed. I think it's amazing. And yeah, that is what they say, Michael. It's no. Everybody thinks Luke. It's no. I am your friend. Hey, Adventures with VP, and that's what's going on. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show. So we've talked about our favorite characters, good guy, bad guy. We've talked about our favorite scenes. We talked about what we would change. What else? What else did you want to talk about with the Star Wars show? Oh, by the way, we can't just ignore this. We've talked about some interesting trivia. The music. I think as a 7-year-old, I wasn't exactly into classical music, but this is probably not only me, but many of America's introduction to classical music. I mean, the soundtrack of John Williams is so epic, and then the music from the cantina scene, very 70s disco-y, pretty fun. I don't know. Let's get back to the
actually trivia. There will be one other thing I would change.
Please. Hey, here for a moment. How are you?
Put more Mandalorians in the universe, because for starters, if there was Mandalorians in the rebellion, they would have a lot easier of a time, and Vader would have been defeated a lot quicker.
Yeah.
If there were more Mandalorians, the Rebel Alliance probably would have won a lot sooner.
Jeff, oh, you became a member too. Oh, Jeff's personal bully just became a new member of the club. Thank you so much for becoming a member. That's hilarious and fun all at once. Thank you so much. If you don't know what becoming a member is, it gives you access to the emojis. I haven't in a while, but I have before and I will again. I have members only live streams I should be doing today. I haven't really even been thinking about them a lot. We'll probably do one of those from Star Wars, from Disney World. But yeah, I need to start doing those again. But the emojis are there and some other things. You can check that out. Thank you so much, Lady Disaster, for doing that. You are a sweetie. This is fun. It talks about our trash compactor scene. Mark Hamill, Luke, held his breath for so long in the trash compactor scene that he burst a blood vessel in his face.
Ooh.
Subsequent scenes were only shot from one side. Isn't that crazy? Oh man, love you right back. Appreciate you, really do. And it means a lot that happened on the show too. As we're gonna shovel some of that her way. So thank you. It's the first movie to hit over 300 million. That's not a big deal. There's some really neat things in here. Yeah. Kenny Baker has said this often, that when the cast and crew broke for lunch, they would forget he was in R2-D2 and leave him behind. Do you know R2-D2, the actor Kenny Baker, and the actor Anthony Daniels, who played C-3PO, don't get along? Never got along?
It shows.
They were never buddies. They were never friends.
It kind of shows in the movies the way they act around each other.
It's kind of sad. And then Peter Mayhew is the actor for Chewbacca. Do you know he doesn't anymore. And he's passed away since, but he lived in Granbury, where our office is, where we go to work.
Cool.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't know if you did that. Peter Mayhew and David Prost were given a choice as to which giant characters they wanted to play. Chewbacca or Darth Vader. Mayhew wanted to play a good guy. Prost wanted to play a bad guy. So they ended up playing matching characters. Did you know that?
Nope.
That's amazing, right? Do you like these trivia things?
That is cool. Yeah. I do.
Luke's line, this is a great one too, and I've knew this before, but I'll read it to you because it's fun. Luke's line, "I can't see a thing in this helmet," was not scripted. Mark Hamill said this to Harrison Ford when he thought the cameras had stopped rolling, but they decided to leave it in. I love that. Also, in that scene also where he says, boring conversation anyway, and he shoots it, he learned that line, but he learned it right then. He didn't know it in advance because he wanted it to be spontaneous, and boy, was it. I love that. No, I'm gonna skip that. Not appropriate stuff. Yeah, okay. Well, last one on this. Chewbacca, his suit, after he was in the trash compactor scene, it smelled the whole time. It never lost its smell the whole time for all of the shooting. So anyway, kind of fun, right? So I think this is the movie that started it all. Next week we'll talk about Empire Strikes Back, which is, if I gave you a top 10 movies of all time for Jeff, Empire Strikes Back is my favorite. My
favorite too.
Yeah. So that'll be a lot of fun. And we'll do that next week. Will we do that next week? We're going to Disney next week. We might not be here for Sunday. I'm not sure what day we leave. The next time we have this show, either this Sunday or the Sunday after that, we'll be doing Empire Strikes Back. For me, Star Wars is the one that started it all. It's a perfect place to talk about this. There's no Last Jedi. There's no Rise of Skywalker. There's no Mandalorian. None of it. I love Star Wars. It changed the world. It made my life better. It's probably cost me tens of thousands of dollars. If I didn't spend any money on Disney, if I didn't spend any money on Star Wars, but if I didn't spend any money on Disney, and I'll put it in the stock market, I'd be rich by now. And we could probably all say that, right? Think about that. It's nuts. For me, though, I'll go back to the beginning and then I'll ask you what are your thoughts. My favorite thing about Star Wars, the original movie and the whole totality of it, is it talks about hope all the time. There's always hope. Never give up. The bad guy's not going to win if you keep fighting. What is it for you that you love most about it?
I agree that it's really good about it all being about never giving up on hope, but I also like how it's ultimately all its action, its excitement, it's the clash between good and evil. It's got it all. It
does. Cricket says the John Williams scene in the finale has tributes to his other movies. The John Williams scene? Do you mean? I mean, he's playing his music then. I think I know what you mean. Has new Grogu pins. Shop Disney has new Grogu pins? Really? Oh, I didn't know that. I saw they had a deal. They're having a deal every day in March. And they had a buy one, get one free on pins. I didn't like any of the pins. Today's deal on Shop Disney is, I think, like 30% off of selected Spirit jerseys. So I don't know. I don't own any Spirit jerseys, but my daughters, I don't know if you do, but your mom and your sister, do you have any Spirit jerseys?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we're excited to do this show every week. I think we're coming to an end. Anything else you want to talk about Star Wars before we close up the show for the day?
Nope.
I think that without Star Wars, my life wouldn't be as fun. And we'd put other things in there, but I love it so much. And I love you, and I love doing the show. We talk about doing the show all week. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Are we missing anything? I feel like I'm closing up fast. Is there anything else we want to talk about with Star Wars?
Nope. That's everything.
I think we got to it. Jeff's personal bully is my new member, Lady Disaster. Thank you. So our new member, thank you so much for that. Whether you're a member of the channel or it's the first time you've ever been here, whether you're listening ninja mode or you've been involved in the chat, I appreciate you coming. Whether you're watching on replay, hashtag team replay, if you stayed till the end, I appreciate it. I do have a lot of things we're going to be doing over the next couple weeks, and I think you guys are going to like it. If you're into sports, there's going to be a lot of sports starting with baseball season. There's going to be a lot of Star Wars and Disney too. So we've just decided to pivot to the channel to just do things we love even more. And that's why we read a little Dr. Seuss the other day. He was a bartender in a scene in the final movie. Was he really? I did not know that, Cricket. I'll have to check that out. Anyway, love you guys. Love that you guys let us do this channel. Love that you hung out with us. Love this girl. Love that we get to do this together. Thank you so much. I don't know who's going next. I didn't bother to check. Lots of my friends sometimes go right after the show. I gotta be honest with you, I'm going to go downstairs and have some breakfast. I'm starving, but I love you all. Have the best day ever. I will be live tomorrow for 2 shows, Batesball this weekend, Batesball, where we talk some sports, and Creator Talk with Lynn, and got a special guest that I think he has committed, but I won't announce it now just in case he hasn't committed. I'm not 100% sure, but that should be a lot of fun. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night, and I might drop some videos today. We'll just see how it goes. Anything else you want to say before we say goodbye?
Have a distastic day.
We have spoken. That's it. Bye for now, everybody. Love you all. See you soon.
Have a distastic day.